Alright. We're back to Mist. Riven. We're back to Riven. I just played it yesterday, so this is the first time playing the game 2 days in a row. I don't know how I feel about that. Because on the one hand, it's going to be... The events of last stream will be fresher in my mind, but on the other hand, I've had less time to... You know, that puzzle thing that you do where you kind of unconsciously puzzle over something without realizing it. Just working it out in the back of your brain. Like, if I hadn't figured out the base 25 thing on stream, that's something that would have just exploded into my head all of a sudden. Like, oh my god, it's base 25! You turn the thing sideways. You turn the thing sideways and you have 25 digits. Which makes it funny, now that I think about it, makes it funny that the wooden toy only went up to 10. So it gave you very little opportunity to figure out on your own. Like, the only hint that you have is that vertical line is 1, and no, vertical line is 1, horizontal line is add 5, and then vertical D is 2, and then just by seeing what the number 10 is, all you have to go on is, okay, flipped D is add 10 instead of add 5. Anywho. We had figured out a whole lot of stuff yesterday. We unfortunately did have to ask for a hint, as I was really lost, and it turned out it was just I needed to close a door in order to find a path. So unlike Mist, I don't get to say that I beat this one with no help, but I needed it. I would have been wandering for many more hours before I found that. So what's happening now is we have found this place where... Oh, that closes if nothing is selected. Okay. I was going to say, I thought that this was closed at one point. So... These are the islands. Good evening, Serpent. These are the islands. Is mine? I bumped my camera, I think. These seem to be the islands. I can't really tell which one we are on. But are there a total of... No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these are the places we're going to go in those books? Those books that lead to age 234? Or whatever? Maybe these are where we're going to go, and this crack through the middle is the star fissure. The shapes fit the islands? I wasn't sure, because I've obviously never seen an overhead view. Would this be the... See, if this is the map, then where are we on this map? I don't know. Oh, the shapes... Yes, the shapes on the panel fit the shapes of the island things on the screen. That much is clear. So if I hit this, that bubbles up with water. Because we have found out, I don't know how much you missed yesterday. Oh, and it's even assuming a particular shape. See, now if we turn around, we can now come in here. We've seen, I just remembered too, we've seen an imager kind of similar to this in Mist. So this island looks like that. Looks kind of like a tree stump. Or that could be a flat thing on top for one of the domes. So we're gonna skip that. I keep thinking that I can just grab and swipe. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, so here is clearly a dome. The dome taking up these 2 squares. That's the dome there. And that's the edge of the dome and a bridge? Is there a bridge? There is a bridge. That would be the bridge that leads to the dome. So maybe this is a map of the island itself. This down here looks like it might be, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually the incinerator part. Oh, maybe not. Why did I think that? Yeah, I don't know what any of this is. Oh well. Isn't this the beginning? The beginning of the game. Isn't what the beginning of the game? Like, where I started with the... Yeah, when I said the bridge that leads to the dome. I just haven't... If... I can imagine playing this back in the day, one might have actually, like, made a map. The cliffside you started the game at? Maybe it is. Maybe. And this one's just a big ol' circle. Big ol' circle with walls. Is that where we are? See, there's the dome, and there's a bridge. There's too many bridges. I haven't been paying enough attention to where bridges go. But here he is I wonder if he modeled all of this out, you know, in 3D before building all of this stuff. Oops. Okay, this looks very familiar. This, I think, is what we just walked through recently, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. There's us. There's the crack and all of the island thingies. Here's what we're inside of right now, where the imager is. And it's the dome that we can see from here. Now, I don't know if there will be any... I don't know if there's going to be any puzzle involved here, or if this is just neat. You would definitely have made a map. I wouldn't have made a map, maybe. So this is just way, way up in the mountains. Yeah, the elevation here is so high that it's hard to, like, see anything. And then here's, like, a hole. Oh, this is the bay. The bay in the middle of... I don't even have names for any of these islands, really. Or any of these sections of the map. Yeah, I think right over here maybe is where you take the minecart. See, we should be able to see that giant, oh, well, he might not have modeled the freaking giant knife in the ground. Never mind. Alright, so far this is just neat. And nothing else. We were unable to stop this one because the thingy is tilted. It is not aligned correctly. I don't know what one does about that. We'll worry about it later, though. Is this how I get back down? Yes. I guess this is all implemented as pre-rendered movie. Amazing how much this would have taken to build. Yeah, compared to Myst, this like, everything has more... Oh, that's cool. I didn't actually come down here while the water was doing its thing. So we have some understanding of how that works. There is bacteria in the water that can be forced into taking certain shapes with the application of heat. Oh, are you a puzzle? Witness throwback. Alright, so things that we have seen in the world make a little extra sense. Yeah, it's funny, they had so much less, like in terms of tools, so much less technology to make these 3D models with. Yet they still pulled it off. Myst has comparatively little, like, well, either way you have to build the whole world, and then it's just a simple matter of rendering a single screenshot from a particular angle, or rendering a movie, like, just a series of screenshots, right? It's just render this frame, and then this frame, and then this frame, and then this frame, and then this frame. Alright, so we made it there. What other mysteries do we have to solve? That is a good question. The main thing, the thing that has me kind of worried, right? We found the last spinny eye. It's sitting on a desk. He says, and I'll read it again. Last week, while monitoring the situation of the villagers from the scope in my survey room, I observed one of the natives swim out to a small object that appeared to be floating but anchored near the entrance to the bay. I ordered the object removed from the water for inspection. Several days later, however, I was surprised to see another floating there. The missing object had apparently and quite mysteriously been replaced with a new one overnight. I've long been aware of the existence of similar artifacts on the villagers' island, but have paid them little notice until now. Tomorrow I shall send surveyors to catalog the others. So, we have found ones labeled 2, 3, 4, and 5. Each one makes an animal noise when spun. Or a noise of some kind. I've been assuming that they are animal noises since the number 3 spinny eye clearly makes the same noise as the Yitram, the frog. And number 2 appears to make the exact same noise as the beetle. However, 5 makes a noise that I'm not sure about. It sounds kind of whale-like, and it's on a rock that is shaped a little bit like a whale. 4 sounds kind of like a pig, I guess. I'd written goat at first, but I guess pig, goat. And number 1, I don't know where they took it from. It was floating near the bay, and I don't know for sure what the bay is. Floating but anchored near the entrance to the bay. I found something. That, from a distance, looks like the spinny eye. I'm like, oh, I can see it, it's floating, it's anchored. I'm like, that must be it. And whoever it was that was in here, forgot their name already. I'm terribly sorry. You wanna say something? You want to say something, huh? Oh, there's also this. There's also whatever this is. This seems to be showing the 5 islands, now that we know what those pieces correspond to, the 5 areas of the game. And this, I'm guessing it's saying, hey, each of these pipes leads to one of the islands, carrying some kind of substance. For a sec, I'm like, oh my god, how long has that been there? It's just the button for the door. But I was in the middle of saying, whoever it was that was here had said, nope, you're actually imagining that. That's just, well, he didn't say specifically what it was supposed to be, but he was like, no, that's not it. Because I was tortured by it, and I couldn't find any way of getting close enough to hear what animal was supposed to be making a noise there. We did go and try to do a few guesses at the animal noise input box. I think real quick I'm gonna try and figure out which island is which. Alright, so this, but whoops. How did I take a little elevator? There is a pipe leading to that one. Okay, we can see where the pipe. That pipe just kind of goes into the... just goes down. Oh no, it comes back up over there. Okay. Alright, so that one, here we go. Now we're cooking with butts. Alright, whatever this one is over here. This is, okay. Incinerator Island is the 4. I guess. Yeah, this is the 4. This is the one where it's just a big loop. Alright, so is this the one, or is this not on the map? Is this just at the center connecting all 5? This over here is... So is this tiny island? This looks like a tiny... Okay. That is probably tiny island. Start island. Is there a pipe running to that? Where are the pipes? Can't find a good... I need a jetpack. We also know... Okay, I also know... Duh. The pipe is because he had said... The very last journal entry... Let's go read his last journal entry. He had found some way to power the books. No, that was with a crystal. Not something he would need a pipe for. Did I? I already did this, right? It just... There's no point in doing... Yeah. Yeah, can't stop the rock. Let's redo that bridge. Unlock the jetpack when you 100% the game. Seems reasonable. I could see them putting in all this work and then also coding an entirely functional 3D model of the game that's, you know, totally not accessible until after you've already beaten the game. Sure, it's reasonable. I'm just going around in circles. Down here... leads around to here. I don't think that island counts for anything. Okay, this is where I wanted to go. I'm doing entirely too much clicking. A crystal that somehow powers these flawed linking books, much as my own system does, but with an obvious advantage is small and weighs a few pounds. What was he doing before that? Nauseum, hello. The run is going good. I have so much to do now. Alright, so I guess this is the closest we get to having a thing where this is the center and it's piping out stuff to those 5 islands. Doesn't say what, does it? Fire marbles. Alright, so the purpose of the domes is just to house the book and power it. Figured that much out. Yeah, jetpack mode. In fact, why didn't I label the island when I was like, now that I've stepped away from the imager, now I should like label each one of these islands. No, I should do that while I was looking at it. Actually, I don't need to. I can remember, right? That one's the incinerator land. That one's the, I guess, starting island. This one is the one with the villagers. Sures. And I forget the other 2, but they're not important. Done. Ah. Not helpful. Unless, does that go up somewhere? I can get back around to there, right? Well, let me skip that. Same and missed? Yeah, you can't skip. I was wary for a while about skipping anything at all. But it was like, I would hate to, you know, have something actually be different. And then I didn't catch it because I was being too skip happy. So not this way, but where is the... No, this isn't helpful at all. It is interesting that this is here, right? Why is this here? We still haven't managed anything here. No, hang on. I don't think I actually want that staircase ruined. Let me go just put it back, instead of going through all the trouble of circling around just to find out that it's incorrect. I'm pretty sure it just led up to no. Like, I can... Maybe someday when I'm more used to the layout of the game, I'll feel comfortable zipping around. Like, it's pretty new to me having more than one way of getting to a particular area. I don't want you to be ruined, bridge. Please get well soon. Here. Actually, for that matter, can't I walk over here and then turn around? And see. Oh. Does that... Ooh. Okay, I've changed my mind. I have changed my mind. Maybe I am supposed to go up there. Or have I been up there and I forgot? I'm so confused. Zip, zip, zip. Alright, we come over here, and we want the exit that leads to the star door. Right? Okay, so here is fine. Oh yeah, I imagine plenty of things get explained and plenty of other things, you know, are left vague. It's common to play this in such a way that you'd miss stuff, but you aren't skipping around in that way. Miss stuff. It's a bit vague. This did not take me where I thought I was going. Oh, did I want the I actually wanted the dome. Okay, so wait, here's the back entrance. This is fine. Back entrance... Back entrance doesn't have a button? That's wacky. Main entrance has one. Here we go. Up, 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 up. We've not been here. Could we not get here before? I guess not. I guess after I opened this door... How did I open it? From the other side? Maybe that was it. I had to lower the bridge to get over there and open the door, but then I never bothered coming back up here. Metal Gear. A color puzzle? A color puzzle that cannot be clicked. beep, beep. People play these as though they were horror games. I did have a little bit of a... Wait, what? There are two ways people approach this series incorrectly. The big one is assuming it's like other adventure games where you can misclick and end up in a vat of acid. I was surprised when I lost access to the school. When it was like, yep, you can no longer get to that area. The submarine... What? What? Okay. Let's... Hold on. Can I go... I can't walk any further, can I? That's the end. Yo. Whoa. Alright. Just to try something, we're gonna do a little of this, a little of this, a little of this. Did anything happen? No. I don't know if maybe they'd get squished or something. Whew. All right, so this is weird. They're showing us a map of... This is a map of the island of sorts. We're expected to place 6 colors. The word color came up. Oh, I wish they'd let me just take his journal. Yeah, I can't read it here. He said something about a color language. Oh, no. There isn't anything on the other side of this door, is there? No. But on the topic of thinking that these were like horror games, there was a little bit of a jump scare. The little kid that you find, like when you're walking along, there's a particular pathway where after you've done a certain part, I don't remember what part, you walk through and you're used to just going click 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 click, and there's a little like, you know, village urchin standing in the path, and they turn around and run off. I was like, oh god. And the person who... No, stop, do it. There. The person who opened up the latch on the door, that gave me a little spook too. That was 3 spooky, 5 me. Then again, I practically played The Witness like it was a horror game. Something about the ambiance of that game put me on edge endlessly. Avoiding certain parts of puzzles because they were scared in Myst? What was scary in Myst? Nothing I can think of. I'll have to watch some more Myst playthroughs. Myst and Riven. After I'm done. So I need some confirmation on something. Because I'm just so sure of this, and somebody who I asked for help said, nope, that's not it, you're crazy, right? In Gen's journal, he says that Spinny Eye number 1, they found it floating in the bay, floating and anchored, and they had somebody swim out and pick it up. And I obsessed over this little thing right here for a little bit, and then I asked, I'm like, this is the thing, right? Tell me if I'm imagining it. And he was like, you're imagining it, that's not it. Isn't that what I'm looking for? Because they said that it was replaced, and I'm like, that's so obviously, like, look, it's, no matter how you look at it, it's a thing floating and anchored. Okay, that is the eye. Okay. All right, I feel a little better now, because I was like, there's nothing. I have no other way of interpreting this. See, from here, it's even... From here, I can smell it. What I hadn't figured out is I was trying to, like, ride the submarine over there to, like, try to listen. And maybe that's pointless. It's clearly anchored. Pretty sure you can't see it from down here. And I don't think there's anything you can hear down here either. Oh no, there it is. You can see it. Can you hear it? No. I don't think there's any...
I can't do it if you're watching. If you just turn around. All right.
Oh, lost access to the school.
If you're leering at me, it's creepy.
For a little while, and thank you for the host, Marstead. For a little while, after I got up to the upper level, I don't know the names for anything. The sacrificial pit, where they lower people in, and you find a way to close it so you can stand on it, and you get pulled up. After that happened, I couldn't get back down to where the sub was. So I was like, oh, I can't take the sub anymore, and I was really worried because I was like, that means I can never get back to that school. But it seems like eventually the sub just came back on its own. Oh, they got you released? Huh. I noticed eventually I found it again, but I was like, oh, the sub must just be stuck there forever. And I think that's what happened. I think Serpent ran off and said, like, oh, I looked it up, and yeah, apparently you just can't get back to the school. I don't know where he saw that. Maybe that was bad info. But yeah, I was like, oh, I can't climb back down here to get to where I thought the sub was. But then eventually I found it back at the original spot over there. And I had no idea how it got there. Technically, I found it. That makes it mine. I licked it, too. Nobody else can have it now. They'll get my germs.